Did you know that you can draw a lot of different body builds aside from this, and this? So in this video, I'm going to share some tips and tricks that you can easily do in order to be able to draw a variety of body types and create unique looking characters for your projects. The first tip I'll be sharing with you involves the 3 basic body types that I've discussed in the previous video. If you want to learn how to draw them, check out the links in the description. You see, if we combine 2 of these 3 body types, we can create more body types. First, let's combine the muscular build and the plus size build. This build is bulkier than the muscular build. You can see a lot of muscles, however, we're just going to add a bit of fat around the belly so the abdominal muscles aren't super prominent. I call this the strongman build. On the other hand, we can combine the skinny build and the plus size build. Basically, it's still a slender build but they have some fat around the belly. Unlike the skinny build where some bones around the joints and ribs are showing, it won't be super prominent in this build. The third one is similar to the muscular build but they are more slender. So it's a combination of the muscular and skinny build. The muscles are prominent, including the abdominal buns. We can also create an amalgamation of these 3 builds, like a very slender yet muscular build but they've been eating a lot so they have some fat in the tummy. All of these are feasible because the way people eat and the amount of physical activity they do differ from person to person. With that in mind, we can also mix and match this build on different parts of the body. For example, say this person is doing a lot of lifting at their job but they also eat and drink a lot. So you can draw the arms with very prominent muscles, but for the body, you can draw it with some belly fat. The legs can have some build too, but not as prominent as the arms. Another example, let's say that this person does leg day almost every day, but kinda skips on other body workouts. Their legs can be super jacked, but their upper body doesn't have much muscles. To add more variety to the bodies you draw, experiment with different thickness on each body part. Like, if you want to draw a very bulky build a la Hulk, make the wrists and ankles really thick like a tree trunk or something. Typically, the wrist and ankles are narrower than the biceps and thighs respectively, and by adding more thickness to it, it really gives the impression that this character is incredibly bulk. Take note that the character's height can also play a factor on the person's body build. Say, a short person with a muscular build may look like they have thick limbs compared to a tall person with the same thickness in their limbs because they have a shorter bone structure. What's amazing about art and illustration in general is that you don't really need to confine yourself within the restrictions of realism. You are absolutely free to exaggerate and defy some proportion rules. For example, making the forearm thicker than the upper arm can make your character even more bulkier. You can make the legs tiny compared to the upper body like Johnny Bravo. You can shrink the head, hands, and feet to make the body look even more larger. The possibilities are endless. Well, make it make sense depending on the drawing style you're after. While the shapes I use to draw bodies in my tutorials are typical for a normal body, you're not restricted to only using those shapes. Just like when you're drawing different faces, you can create different body types by using different shapes. For example, we can use 2 triangles, one for the torso and one for the pelvis, and then connect this with 2 lines. Let's use curved lines for the arms and legs. We can also use a square for the body and then some triangles for the arms and legs. Again, the keyword here is experiment. Challenge yourself and dare to draw stuff outside your comfort zone. Trust me, you're gonna improve a lot faster by doing that. Once you've finished drawing these bodies, we can't really leave them naked, so we have to draw some clothes on them. It's not super complicated. It also involves just drawing basic shapes around the body. If you like to learn how to add clothes on your characters, click this video on the right.